Hi there. Do you want to have hyper focus in a distracted world? Because you see, without focus, you become a wandering generality instead of a meaningful specific. Without focus, you lose everything that's near and dear to you. Without focus, you're reduced to nothing. But with focus, you can be, do, and have whatever you want to. Focus is all about having goals, having a vision, having a dream, and reorienting yourself towards what you need and what you desire and taking that consistent action. That is what focus does. But how do we develop hyper focus in a distracted world? Look around you. Distractions are everywhere. How do you pull yourself back and take the required action? In this video, I'm going to give you 5 techniques. How many? 5. Say that out to me. 5 techniques that you can start using starting today. And one of those techniques is something that I teach my one-on-one coaching clients. These sessions are very expensive and I'm going to teach it to you absolutely free of cost at the end of this video. So stay tuned. Focus is something that can change your life, and to develop it, here are the 5 techniques. Technique number 1, create a structured routine, not a random one. You see, establish a daily schedule that includes dedicated blocks of time for focused work. When you do this, you give your brain a signal that tells your brain to concentrate. Your brain gets it. And whenever it is time for you to focus, your brain reminds you. For example, when I was studying my doctoral studies, you see, I scheduled my studies. What subject should I study when? In fact, I finished my entire doctoral thesis, writing these theses in 100 days. I was able to do this, that is, write my thesis in 100 days. It was because of hyper focus. You see, I dedicated blocks of my time towards different subjects. I had to study, I had to research and all that. I had to analyze the data, right? Come up with conclusions, hypotheses, and all that became possible because of the habit of scheduling. You need to schedule your routine. What do you do when you get up? How does your morning look? How does your afternoon look? And once you write that down, I'm going to do this. Let's say at 1 o'clock, I'm going to study leadership. At 3 o'clock, I'm going to do this. Once you do that and write it down, you give your brain a signal, like I said. A signal that tells your brain, hey, look, this is the time that I need to stay focused. So help me bring my concentration back to that work. And at 1 o'clock, your brain is going to tell you to focus. You're going to, you will prime your brain. You will prepare your brain to focus. That's step 1. Is that enough? No, that's not enough, but it's a good start. The next step is where you manage your time. It's priority management. It is not about time management. You see, there are a lot of time management techniques that you can use, like the Eisenhower Matrix. Now, this matrix helps you prioritize tasks. Though it is time management, but it is all about priority management. Now, you see, these tasks are based on urgency and importance. Ask yourself, what is important to me and which is not urgent? What is important and that which is not urgent? To me, there was a time when I had put on a lot of weight. I wanted to reduce my weight. So what did I do? I prioritized my health and I scheduled my exercise routine. Now you see, once you prioritize it, the next step is you got to schedule it. So you see, structured routine and then priority management, followed by the Pomodoro Technique. You must have heard, do your work for 25 minutes and take a break for 5 minutes. That's good. But then here is the twist. Pomodoro Technique with a twist. That is, during those 5 minutes, do not engage in distractions. Practice mindfulness. For those 5 minutes, visualize your goals. For those 5 minutes, meditate. You either meditate or practice mindfulness. It's a form of meditation, right? Or think about your goals. So do your work for 25 minutes, take a break for 5 minutes. That helps you increase your focus. That helps you stay hyper-focused. And then technique number 4 is design a distraction-free workspace. Create a dedicated workspace that minimizes external distractions. Consider using noise cancellation headphones, incorporating plants for a calming atmosphere, and using tools like website blockers to limit access to distracting websites during work. Now, technique number 5, strategy number 5, what is it? You see, this is the strategy that I teach my clients in my one-on-one sessions. It's going to help you develop super hyper focus. So what do? You see, you create neural associations. You understand that focus is also an experience that is inside of you already. And for most of us, it is dormant because we are so engaged in our distractions. We don't tend to invoke the focus that is already inside us. And to invoke the focus, you need to believe. You need to believe that focus is already inside you. It is inside you. You can develop focus to be, do, and have whatever you want to in life. And then once you realize that there is this focus inside of me, it is dormant, it is not active now, and I can always activate it. Now what you do is, to activate it, you create a sensory stimuli, right? You have your senses. For example, I'm going to talk to you about visual activation to invoke the power of focus. I'm going to talk to you about auditory enhancements. How do you use your auditory sense to activate the power of focus that is already inside you? And then I'm going to teach you tactile stimulation, how you can use your kinesthetic sense to activate hyper focus. You see, visual activation. Firstly, like I said, you need to schedule your routine. You need to have a structured routine. You need to know when you're doing what. And when it is time to do your action and you want that focus there, be it working on a project, be it working on a meeting that you have, or maybe your studies, whatever you do, before you start doing it, to have that focus, activate your visual sense to activate the experience called focus. How do you do that? Simple. For a minute or two, sit quietly, close your eyes, and start visualizing why you're doing what you're doing. Visualize the end goal as if it has happened already. Once you visualize it, once you start visualizing it, when I broke the world record, I needed tremendous amount of focus. So what did I do to practice it? Practice the techniques that helped me break the world record. I started visualizing the day my name will be recorded in the Guinness records. Now you see, when you visualize your end goal, your vision, as if it's happening right now, it gives you that pump, that push to have focus. You invoke focus from inside of you. So that is what visual activation is. Visualizing the end goal just before engaging in that activity. And when you do that, it increases your focus. It reorients your brain towards the task that is important, the task that requires focus. And then you also have what I call tactile stimulation. Now, what is it? It is about, activating or using your kinesthetic sense, right, to bring the focus that is inside you. You connect a tactile stimulation, that is your kinesthetic sense, to focus. All right. Now, for example, you must have seen a lot of cricketers, right? When they go play cricket, batsmen especially, what they do is they connect a kinesthetic sensory experience, okay, a stimuli to focus, to concentration. For example, you must have seen a lot of cricketers, just before starting to bat, they hold their bat in a certain way. Maybe they do this, or they do this, or they do this. They have some sort of kinesthetic gesture, tactile stimulation. Your body records it, and that gets connected to focus that is already there inside you. And once that connection happens, and every time you repeat that anchor, right? You repeat that stimulation. Every time you do that, you bring in focus that is already inside you. So what is your tactile stimulation? It can be holding a stress ball. It can be feeling a fabric, right? And once you decide what it is, it can be anything. But then once you know what it is, keep that stress ball or that fabric right next to your workplace so that you touch it and feel the focus that's already inside you. And then you have auditory enhancements. Now you see, you got to explore the power of specific sounds to enhance your concentration. This could be white noise, nature sounds, or instrumental music without lyrics. And the moment you listen to these songs, right, this music, nature sounds, and if you feel that this auditory enhancement will invoke focus, that is, this auditory enhancement gets linked to focus that's inside you, whenever this auditory enhancement gets triggered, it invokes focus. It brings focus to your conscious mind. Now you see, these are the things that you can use. Ask yourself, how do I use my visual sense? What is visual activation to me? What do I visualize to bring that focus that is already inside me? Or do I use tactile stimulation? You may even want to jump around. Sometimes I do that. I don't have focus. I get off my chair, I jump, and then I visualize, because I use all the three sometimes, you see. I have my visualization in process, that is visual activation. I have tactile stimulation. To me, tactile stimulation is jumping, jump, move around. So that changes body chemistry. And then I think about my end goal, and there it is. Focus ready to be used. Now go ahead, think about how you can mix and match these strategies to have, I just hit the bat. Now you see, go ahead, think about the strategies that you can use. Mix and match these strategies. What is it that you can do? Write it down. Use the worksheet that's been sent to you, that's been made available to you in this video, right? Make use of that. Fill that worksheet and do the work, my friend. Do the work and see yourself activate hyperfocus, because that is what will make you stand apart, and that is what will help you achieve your grandiose vision. Go ahead, make use of it. You see, to create these videos, it takes a lot of time and effort. This video took about 7 hours of streamlining and a couple of hours of editing and uploading, and a like, share, and of course a sub will go a long way in encouraging me to create such videos. I'm providing this content to you for free, hoping that you will see positive results from implementing the ideas I have shared with you. If you find these ideas helpful, there may come a time when you are ready to collaborate more closely with me and my team. Together, we can work at a deeper level to bring out meaningful transformations. I firmly believe in our potential to make a real impact. Please stay in touch and make sure to take advantage of the free resources provided with this video. And know that you can be, do, and have whatever you want to. As always, I'm here to cheer you on in your journey of creating an uncommon reality. I look forward to our next encounter. Please access the worksheet now. I'm confident it will have a positive impact. Take charge.